Oh, Carrie, you're on mute. You are on mute, my lady. Carrie. And folks, she tested her mic
Now can you
5
hear me?
minutes before we started.
I
How
still
about
can't
now?
hear you.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay, you can hear me. You couldn't hear my swearing. I was like, oh, for freaking
No,
freaking.
we're good lip readers here,
Here,
Carrie.
I'll.
You thought you were saying fudge, funny,
I
feudalistic.
I had such a great opening. It was so
Okay,
smooth. Okay,
all right.
let's take
Here
two.
we go. Take two.
You are funny. Oh my God. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Carrie Cohan's Mystic Compass. Today is our Friday edition where we talk everything spiritual, and we have got a great show for you today. And we have our comedian in house, Glenn. Where are you, Glenn? Welcome to Mystic Compass. Yes. And now he's not showing up.
Whoa, I
Anyway,
didn't expect you to call me in so soon. Carrie,
it's all good.
did you not
Well,
show up to rehearsal?
I know. Well, today is kind of one of those days, and so I'm clearing the energy. I decided to wear my Knights Templar like power
Oh,
necklace. Yeah.
let's see a close up of that.
Let's see close up. There we go. It has some beautiful gemstones in it. It's gorgeous. Yeah. So it's a powerhouse. Yeah.
It looks good. Yeah, it
It's
looks
very
good.
old. Mm.
Got the nice blue outfit on today, like the nice blue sky on a Friday.
Aw,
It
yeah.
goes with my blue background a little bit, and that wasn't even coordinated. So we are color coordinated a little bit, folks. I don't know if our guest is color coordinated. We'll find out a little bit later. Watch her
Exactly.
frantically now go change. No, don't go change.
You're not allowed to.
Don't put something blue on, guest.
Oh,
Okay.
and I'm looking at all the comments, and they're all at 11:11 a.m. Crystal, Pamela, Hammer Bammer, everyone, 11:11 a.m. That is so cool. That's
Well, you
our
know what,
wake up.
Carrie? Let's shout out some of our community members. First in the chat today at 11:04 was the hello. My name is guest on Wednesday night. Hammer Bammers. Good to
Yeah.
see you, Hammer. From the great country of New Zealand, we have Lynn Powell in the house. They're of course from Sydney, BC. Pamela. Rainbow blessings. Bringing us the emo. I think Pamela sends us more emotes than anyone else. I think she is the
Awesome.
queen of emotes for sure. Of course, Tammy running things in the background, keeping us on task and sending me messages that I forget to check on my phone, but I will try and check them for those
So
Facebook people.
we're all in the
Who
house
else?
together, right? We're all in the house together. So Glenn is downstairs. Tammy and I are sitting next to each other here, and and Tammy gets up and yells, "Glenn, check your emails," because he's
I'm
not checking the
still
email.
shaking. The house is still shaking. All right. We got Candace, Crystal Candace. Oh, Crystal Candace, welcome. I haven't seen that name before.
Yeah. Hey,
Welcome to the stream. I think you're going to enjoy today's show if your name has anything to do with our topic today. Hammer Bammers, often I'm not the best communicator. Practice makes for. Oh, you are wonderful.
You did
were
a great
smiling,
job.
You were radiating.
Yeah, you're so sweet on the show. So if you didn't watch Wednesday's show, go back and watch it. You can watch it on Twitch, on YouTube. I think Facebook even has it. So yeah, go back and watch it because Hammer Bammer was on it, and we had a really great conversation with her.
Yes, Pamela said you had good energy. Absolutely agree with that.
I agree.
Crystal, we're not taking. This is not one of Carrie's reading shows. Those are on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. However, if time permits, we will get to maybe some muscle testing questions towards the end, kind of some yes or no questions. Or if Carrie wants to do a couple card readings, she can do that as well. So hang in there, Crystal. If time permits, we may do that. We tend to get to the 2-hour mark, and I don't know. It's the weekend coming up, so we'll see. We'll see.
And I have a workshop coming up tomorrow, so we're reserving a bit of energy today. But actually, Crystal, you know what? Go ahead. I'll go ahead and put in a question or two.
Carrie.
I know.
You're such a giving person. Okay, Crystal, go ahead, Crystal. Go ahead. My
For
slides
you.
are all mixed up now. Okay, go ahead, Crystal. Put it in there. But in the meantime, Carrie, while we're
Going
waiting
through
for
the
her
roof.
question,
Yeah. Okay,
tomorrow.
so tomorrow, I'm giving a write and publish your book in one day course. And I haven't really heard from Kel back yet, so I don't know if she's going to be joining me, but that's all right because I have my own publishing company and I can do it on my own. So we've been doing this course since 2013. We've been teaching it. And yeah, so in one day, you will not only the bonus is that my meditation that I'll take you through. You'll literally walk down your timeline and you'll get a hold of your book. You'll get to see and smell and feel your book and know how many pages it is and how thick it is and how heavy, right? You'll feel the weight of your book and you'll feel the blessings of it. You'll have an idea. Yeah. So Glenn is holding up another book that I published as well for King John III. Everyone knows him as Greg Hallett, probably. So that book was on the life of Anne Boleyn and how she wasn't beheaded. So that's Greg, picture of him on the back. And I published that and got it to international #1 best-selling author status. Did that for Charlie Ward. Many of you know Charlie Ward, who I no longer communicate with. That's another story. But I did actually publish his book and got it from 739,000th, out of all the books in that category. He was ranked almost 1 million. And I got him to #1 in 30 days internationally. So he became an international best-selling author. I can't tell you how much he made from that book in the first month, but it was a lot. And it was all the work that I was doing. So I'm pretty skilled at teaching you not only how to write your book, but also how to get it published and get it out there as a self-published book. I will give an offer at the end where I am helping some writers to actually hold their hand and go through the process with you if you want to do that. But this course will give you everything that you need. And as well, a bonus is that so many are writing their books through AI. I'm not a fan of that. I like being able to write the hand, written book because I think your soul goes into that book. And all the international best-selling books, the ones that, win awards, like this one won 3rd in the world, beat everyone out except 2 books, in the category of spirituality and philosophy. And I think it's because I hand wrote it. I put my heart and soul into it. And you can feel it when you read it. AI doesn't have that same effect. But if you're doing ebooks or workbooks or a memoir for your family to continue on, you can use AI to plug things in and get it going. So I'm going to teach you that aspect as well. So Lynn is so excited for the workshop tomorrow. She's coming, definitely. We have a beautiful group that'll be joining us. So if you are interested, just go to carriecohan.com and you'll look down below. You'll see this. Learn how to write and publish your book in one day. And it's recorded. So if you can't make tomorrow, don't worry. A lot of people are in that situation. So they paid for it, but they're going to watch it at a later date. You'll have it forever and ever in a day. So you'll be able to watch it at any time, refer to it. What did Carrie say about, how to go on to KDP and how to self-publish and how to put it on Amazon and, and how to not have to depend on a publisher that is going to take a huge cut. Most authors that go with big publishing houses, they get $1 per book on average. $1 a book, or less, 60 cents a book. And a lot of the books don't sell that well. So, I go through all of those things and how you can make money yourself and how you can then take your book and turn it into something that you can make money from. Okay. So really great course. I hope to see you.
Okay. Yes. Sounds like an exciting workshop tomorrow. Well, but we do have a question, and Carrie, your intuition is just so perfect, so dead on. And I think it's good that we address the question today from Crystal. So let me show you a couple comments from her, and then you can react. First,
Sure.
this one here, Crystal says, just been
Yeah.
really stressed out about my relationship with my person. We are currently separated. Do you see us reconciling in the future? And then the actual question was, what can you tell me about Nixon and I and our relationship? Do you see us reconciling? So yeah, I think it's important you address this.
Yeah, definitely. I could feel an urgency there. So that's why I was like, for you, honey, we'll do this. So you did ask this question quite some time ago. Will you reconcile with Nixon? Yes or no? It's about 70% yes now. Things are changing. I think last time we talked, it didn't look like it. So there's been a shift. And definitely 70%, not 100%. So he's still got some things to either clear out on your behalf, or maybe he does, right? Or yeah, Nixon does. So, um, when it comes to relationships, it's a dance, isn't it? And I was just speaking with another author that I helped become an international best-selling author, and his name is Dr. Kedrick Pickering, and he's world renowned. So he does classes with his wife after, I don't know, 40 years of marriage, 35 years of marriage, and they talk about the need for prayer and the need for utter commitment from both parties to really make it the long route, right? So if you're not praying, if you're not visualizing and seeing your outcome first, if you're focusing on we're separated, will we ever make it? I don't know if we're going to get back together again. That's all ambiguity. You've got to come from a place of conviction. You've got to say, God darn it. I am so happy and grateful now that we've made up. I am so happy and grateful now that where our hearts are mending. I am so excited that our lives are coming back together in unison, and that we are working as a team, in this relationship, because we realize that being apart, it's not so easy, right? The grass isn't always greener on the other side, and we came together for a reason. So start remembering why you fell in love in the first place. Start talking about, okay, can you share one thing that you loved about me when we first met? And I'll share something about you that I absolutely loved when we first met. Like, the way you looked at me, right? The kindness in your eyes, the love that you share. If one party is not willing to come to the table to have those kinds of conversations and is kind of feeling like they checked out, then prayer is pretty much all you got, honey. So you need to sit down, and if this is something that you really, really want, first of all, I would muscle test. Is this in my best interest? If you don't know how to muscle test, next week I'm going to have my online Freedom Masters course up. You can go and purchase that on carriecohan.com. And I would do that course. This is essential for really any couple. You do it together, you're going to let go of a lot of your crap, and you're going to step into who you are. Okay. And then I want you to start to visualize. Every morning when you're waking up, you're going to wake up and go, oh, I'm so excited that my relationship is healed and that we're living together again. And even if it's not, you're going to pretend and act as if. You fake it till you make it. Okay. So yeah, it's a dance. That's what it is. It's a dance. And you've got to see your partner in your arms and moving to the music and living life together. Okay. So, thank you, hun. She says, I love you, sweetie. So it's up to you. If you want that relationship, you can manifest it, but I would muscle test first. Is it in your best and highest interest? God knows I've gone through relationships, and I am grateful for each and every one. There is not one that I go, I wish I never had that experience, even if it was difficult. I know that each one led to the next, and it led to me being here and led to me going to England, where I now live with my husband, kind of. I mean, he's there, I'm here in Canada, but soon, hopefully, with the spousal visa, we'll have it approved and I'll be able to live in the same country as him again. So anyways, but I wouldn't be in the position of a loving relationship had I not gone through everything that I did and learned the lessons from each relationship, because I used to be a real angry soul. And yeah. You live and you learn, right? Yeah. So improve yourself. Glenn, are you doing this?
So thank you so much, Crystal. And Carrie, your intuition was so right addressing that question. Gall darn it, that was not the language you were using when you were when your mic wasn't working. So Carrie is growing, folks. Carrie is growing. Yes, she is improving. All right, Carrie, before we bring our guest in, little, again, confirmation about everything that's been happening in the last week, the color, white that you've been seeing, and portals, and the workshop. And yesterday, there was some more whiteness involved, wasn't there? Maybe talk about that. Tammy sent me some pictures. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me put that up on the screen here.
So we had heard 2 days ago, was it, Tammy? Something like that. Not yesterday, but the day before. Makes me choke up. That some dogs have been abandoned, most likely. And they were walking on the road, and, this is farm country. It's dirt roads as far as you can see. We're, I think, 12 kilometers in from the main highway of a dirt road. And so these dogs were just wandering, trying to find someone that will love them and take them in and feed them, but they're big dogs. And they're Pyrenees. Great Pyrenees. Yeah. See, Tammy knows her dogs, and these are the kind of dogs that they already have. And you have quite a few dogs now, right? Is it 10? 8. Okay. So 8 of those already. Now look at this. This is me with this beautiful male. He's the father of the other 2, I believe. And as soon as he came up, he just rolled over onto his back, and he was like, please take us in, please, please. He just was so sweet. And his back end he's starving. His back end is so small. His ribs are showing through. And it's hard to see there because he's got a lot of fur. But yeah, he's really, really, really thin. And they were almost on top of me. They were like knocking me over, right? And they're just so gentle. One kept giving Tammy the paw. He kept, like, please, they're showing us how good they are. And a lot of people were seeing them. But I don't know if someone was giving them some food along the way, but I don't think so, because they've been traveling for the 2 days that we knew of. And look at that, So my cry is I'm looking for a home for these 3. If you can take all 3, that would be wonderful. They are males. They probably could be separated if they needed to, but they are a pack. They're if you have an acreage and you are like, I'm sure that we can probably transport them if we needed to, right? I could, but we need to find them a home. And what was really beautiful was they walked past the place where those portals are, those door openings are, where the white, beautiful beings came through. And both Glenn and I were seeing them, right? We saw them. We saw the army. They were like the Knights Templar, but without the cross on their robes. All the hundreds of these white robed being people came across the acreage. And so these 3 dogs, they are pristine. They're magical. They walked right past the portals. And as I was watching, I was like, oh my God, it's more whiteness. It's more, pure white loving beings. They have no anger in them, no hostility whatsoever. They're really beautiful dogs. So if you know someone that is looking for really loyal, loving guard dogs, watch the wires, sweetheart. The cat's coming in. No. I don't want to knock the mic out. The wires.
Cats and dogs, Carrie, cats and dogs. You mentioned dogs, and the cats are going to come in. What about me?
Hey,
what about me? I'm a cat. I'm more important. That's what they say.
And this is my little favorite one. She is so damn cute.
Hold her up. Hold her up. Can you pick her up?
Come here, sweetheart. There she is. Look at this one. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she doesn't like to be held as much. There we go. But I love that one. Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay.
anyways, we got cats and dogs and everything. And if you guys know of anyone that will take these three majestic beings into their home, we will forever be grateful to you. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Excellent. All right. On today's show, we've got a few things to cover. We'll see how much we can get to. And at the end, if you do have some questions, Carrie may be able to answer them if her energy's still up. Should be. The weekend's coming up. We're going to go through another guest. Going to talk about it with another guest. Hello, my name is. We loved it with Hammer Bammers on Wednesday. More crystal talk. We've had some favorable responses, a lot of views on our last show to do with crystals with our guest that we had, Anita Jensen. So we're going to do part 2 of that a little bit later. And for my mom, if you're watching, I'm sure you're watching, Mom. Yes, we are finally going to get to some discussion on Sylvia Browne. So that will come up towards the end of the show. And then again, some muscle testing questions for Carrie.
Yeah, we're going to decode. Going to decode Sylvia Browne.
Decode, yes. Yeah, we watched the video last night and we'll talk about that. A reminder, we haven't brought this up in a few episodes, so I do want to bring it up here. Again, Twitch is one of the 3 platforms we're currently streaming on. We're also on Facebook and on YouTube. However, Twitch allows us the most freedom to have that open discussion. We got to be careful on the other 2 platforms. Thank you for those of you that have gone over to Twitch. We now have 172 followers over there. And we've got a few subscribers, but if you can help us out a little bit, just hit that subscribe button. Costs you $4.99 American, $7.99 Canadian for a month. And thank you to Cheryl. I don't know if Cheryl's watching. I didn't see her in chat, but yesterday she re-upped her subscription. I guess we've been on for at least a month now. She resubscribed for 3 months.
Oh, my goodness.
Cheryl.
Yay. Yeah. That's exciting.
And she is one of our founders, one of our first 10 subscribers. So again, you can use a free Prime subscription. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you get to subscribe for free every month. Mm-hmm. Just go down and click that little use Prime sub. Tammy will put a video in the chat, a link to a video on how you can do that. You have to link your Prime account to your Twitch account. Really easy to do. There's a 1-minute video Tammy will throw in the chat on how to do that. So thank you to our Twitch subscribers, which also then allows you to use the emotes. It gives you ad-free viewing as long as you're a subscriber. And if you want, you can become part of our Hello, My Name Is on a Tuesday or Wednesday, as Hammers was this week. We've got another one coming up next week as well. One of our subscribers has reached out and said, hey, I'll come on and talk about my supernatural experiences. So if you are a Twitch subscriber, please reach out to Tammy at admin@carriecohen.com, and she will set you up with some times.
Awesome. Well done. Okay. The other big thing about what we are asking our community to do is I certainly have been shadowed, the band from several different programs. Like YouTube took me down for 9 months. They took me down 3 different times, but they took me down for 9 months. And it was they've never monetized me. Never. I had over 1 million views. They wouldn't allow me to be monetized there. So what I'm asking, and what we are both asking, is that can you please share this, whatever you're watching, whether it's Twitch or YouTube or whatever, please share it on all your other medias. Go ahead and share it right now. If you can share it on X, if you can share it on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on YouTube, Rumble, whatever, like share it as far as you can, because that will change the algorithms, and that will allow us to be able to beat the system per se. So we need your help in getting out there, because right now they're trying to keep us down, and they're not going to, with your help especially.
Right. You've seen evidence with Carrie's mic and video where she's had to come down into my office area here and work with me. They're they're doing their best, but you guys keep up the fight there and keep sharing this. And for Cheryl, are you ready to dance? Because every time someone subscribes, you got to dance, Carrie. Here we go.
Well, we have a 1 second.
You're simply the best. Thank you for your support of the Mystic Compass team. Carrie and Glenn give you a big loving high five. Thank you.
Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you for re-upping the sub there. Okay, let's go on with the show because, the green room probably has no more refreshments and little food there for our guests that we leave for them. So let's go on with it. Back for today's Hello, My Name Is episode, we've got...
to the Mystic Compass Show. Let's learn a little bit about you. It's time.
All right, what is your name?
Oh my goodness, what an intro. You remember my name? You've
Right?
my name already?
Well, you got it. The theme is Hello, my name is
Anita.
He was a
Anita?
teacher. Can you tell? Hello, Mr. We don't say his last name. Hello, Mr. Glenn. Yeah, Mr. R. My name is Carrie Cohen.
Anita Jensen.
Anita.
There you go.
Yeah.
Anita Jensen.
God.
Welcome
you
back
doing,
to the
Anita?
show.
I'm good. I was laughing at you guys, watching you guys, chuckling.
Yeah. Hey, do you want 3 dogs?
You know what? I actually texted Tammy that I'm going to ask my neighbor because they have lots of land, and I'm
good.
wondering if they may know whose they are. So
Really? Oh, that would be lovely.
I'll give a call to them after. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Yay. So you did such a great job on the show last time. We were like, oh, Anita, you got to come back. You're just a wealth of information. And we loved having you. Yeah. They're all like, hey, Anita. Yeah. So what did you want to focus on today?
Well, we are going to ask our questions because with the hello, my name is, we each ask 3 questions, and then we're going to get into some crystal talk, part 2. Okay. So are you ready, Anita, for your pop quiz?
I hope so.
Okay.
I'm not because I don't have my questions.
I can put them on the screen. I'll put them on the screen for you, Carrie.
Thank you. I got them here.
So, Anita Jensen, question number 1 from Carrie. Do you feel chosen, guided, or called? And what are you being asked to do?
Ooh, good question.
Ooh, is this for me? What am I being guided to do?
Yeah.
Well, talk to you guys today. That's one thing. But continue to share my knowledge. And why do you have a green aventurine there? Am I supposed to answer?
No. It was just a space filler. As teachers, we don't like empty space.
Okay. Fill all the holes. Well, maybe I feel called and chosen to start a new venture with a new group of friends.
Yes.
How's that for an answer?
That's pretty good. Yes. Excellent. All right.
Beautiful.
Question number 2, one of my questions here. We talked about this with Hammer Bammers. I want to ask the same question with you. Is a lot of people that are spiritual have repetition of numbers, sounds, colors, symbols. For you throughout your life, has there been something that has been very repetitive?
Yes, absolutely. So originally 13 has always been my lucky number. Friday the 13th have been very lucky for me. But 333 is what's showing up for me consistently and constantly. And for me, it really just means tying everything together: wholeness, health, happiness, past, present, future, the wisdom that's gained from it. So I'm really, really connected to 3s.
Beautiful. So the next question is, have you had skeptics? Have you had people that have challenged you on what you're saying? And if so, how do you handle that? Because I think so many people in the community have all had that. What are your suggestions?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, I have had skeptics. I'll say particularly within practicing my Reiki, so my one-on-one sessions, maybe insights that have come up or suggestions. And for me, it's you know what, as long as you're authentic and
Mhm.
you're real with what you don't know when you don't know it, I think people can really they can really tell if you're trying to pull some information out of thin air or
Yeah,
if it is
totally.
something that's genuine, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. So you just have open conversation. That's how I would handle it. It'd be like, I totally hear what you're saying. Let's ask more questions and see if we can figure out, is
Exactly.
this maybe it's a limiting belief that's not wanting you to take this information too. And it's not to reflect it back to the other person necessarily, but it's just open conversation is usually where it leads.
Yeah, in NLP, it's aligning and redirecting. So you say, "Yeah, I understand where you're coming from,"
Mhm.
and blah 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 blah. Right? You align and you
Yeah.
redirect. Yeah, but in a genuine way, a loving
In
way.
a genuine way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. My question, second question here is because this is something I'm strongly connected with is feeling I've met other people, even though I've met them for the first time, maybe
Mm.
past life experiences. Is there anyone or have you come across people that first time you've seen them, even if you don't talk to them, you felt like you've met them before?
Absolutely. Often, consistently. And I think, for me to, and maybe others will resonate with this, the deeper that you get into your self-work, the deeper you get into even just exploring the wisdom and, whatever modality you're passionate about, whether it's meditation, Reiki, all those things, crystals, you
Mhm.
are fine tuning your intuition. So, what are you doing? You're calibrating those energies towards you. So, whether it's people, places, or things that are resonating at that frequency, you're pulling them in towards you, right? So,
Mhm.
I kind of think, it somewhat aligns with, misery loves company, same with love. Love loves company. So at
Totally.
different stages of your life, you may attract people that are going through similar situations or having similar life lessons. So it's constant and it can be in not always what's perceived as positive because you can be in down times in your life where you feel like I feel like
Mhm.
I know you or we've gone through this before too, right? But it's all I think it's just kind of all a part of our learning process and our growth. So, yeah.
Excellent.
Awesome. I realized I asked the questions out of order, so that would drive Glenn nuts. Sorry about that
Oh,
because he's prepared all of these slides. So we'll go back to my second question. Do you feel that
okay.
you've met any aspects of yourself from other lifetimes, lifelines, timelines, or dimensions here in this being?
You know what? I feel like I have. Um, I'm still contemplating that. I'm still
Yeah,
contemplating that.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it feels like you have such wisdom. I would suggest that the wisdom has come from other timelines and other dimensions because your learning was quick, wasn't it? You just immersed yourself in everything that you know to date, and I would suggest that that probably is from a previous
Okay.
lifetime. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
just knew intuitively. Oh, this is what I love, right?
Is
Is
and
that correct?
isn't that funny how absolutely, and, like, for certain things, like crystals and stones, because yeah, it's not like I spent years and years and years studying. It was, research, but then all through kind of my own feeling towards them. So it's interesting how sometimes we don't see that in ourselves. So when you say that, I'm like, I learned it quickly. Really? Are you sure about that? It feels like it's been a long time,
Yeah.
but yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it appeared to me that you learned it quickly because you immersed yourself in it, and it was something that you really loved, and it just was kind of a natural fit. But I think often
Mhm.
when we do something in this lifetime that we really really love and it intrigues us, it's because of a previous life,
Yeah, that
right?
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
I felt the same, like, because when I interviewed Anita over a year ago and,
Mhm.
got to know her a little bit, I mean, same thing, Carrie. My intuition was this person has experienced other things in this time and in other lifetimes to get her where she is today. And maybe she hasn't really, researched that or gone deeper into that. But I
Mhm.
think if she did decide to, once she decides to try and tap into some of these other things, I think it would come to her fairly quickly, don't you think?
Yeah, very much. Yeah. Well, you're talented in everything you do. Absolutely. Okay. And
All right,
Glenn,
my third question, same one I asked Hammers to close off her. Hello, my name is. If you could pass a message, in your lifetime, you've experienced many things spiritually. If you could pass on something to someone that is younger, what would that message be?
Mm, always love yourself first.
that's a good one.
Even when you're going through hard times, even when things are rough, find reasons to love yourself. Lean into nurturing that love and that self-value and that self-worth first, because that's ultimately the most important thing, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful.
Mhm.
Well,
Beautiful. Yes. Love, respect, appreciate yourself. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for answering those
Yeah.
questions. We didn't give Anita those questions in advance. So very
no.
well done with the responses there. I know it's always tough when you're
Okay.
put on the spot. When you were in school, did you like to be put on spot by the teacher? Were you
No,
fine with it? Were you, no,
no.
no,
I was awful in school.
not
Me
a
No,
too.
public speaker?
I did
Yeah.
not a public speaker, not a traditional, book learner. I
No.
struggled with every aspect of school. I
Oh,
muddled my way through, I don't know how, but I'm here. Yeah.
Oh,
Very
and look
yay.
how
little
far you've come.
transparency for you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Well,
Yeah.
last time we had Crystal on, or Crystal, I see the name up there. Last time we had Anita on, she was talking about crystals. We have a crystal in chat and we got a title crystal. And we had a fun episode and we got into a few questions, but we weren't able to answer all of them because of time. We have a few more for you, Anita. And I think you have the questions that you're going to ask, right, Carrie?
I hope so.
Okay, I
Yes.
think they're okay.
Yes. Okay.
Do you want to start us
Um,
off?
yeah. So the biggest thing right now for people that are coming to us is anxiety and depression. That's really a common situation for a lot of people. So, do you have any crystals or gems that you would suggest would be really great for either anxiety or depression or both?
Absolutely. And I'll just start by, again, just reminding that my suggestions are what is accessible to people, cost effective, and hopefully primarily you can find really good genuine stones. So that's
Right.
that's kind of the umbrella I'm sharing under, because there's such a wide thing I can share. So the
Yeah.
first one I'm going to talk about is lepidolite. And I apologize, I don't have my bigger one with me where I am, but it is a beautiful lavender color with,
Can you hold it
um,
up a little closer to
yeah,
the camera for a bit? Okay,
absolutely.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you can kind of see
Awesome.
the little specks of pink tourmaline in there.
Mhm.
And it comes in a variety of shades, like you can get it with darker lavender, lighter hues. There's quite a variation in there, but the primary reason I would choose lepidolite is because it actually contains lithium within it. So it has the lithium vibration frequency, and we know, well, maybe we don't all know, but it's commonly known is used in anti and other.
Oh, you're cutting out a bit, honey. Uh,
Yep,
the
she'll be
mic
back.
is on. She'll be back. Yeah, it just
She'll
cut
be
out for a
back.
second there. So funny, you mentioned lithium, and boom, she's gone.
Yeah,
Now she's
I
back.
know.
Yeah, you
And
mention a word and boom.
and my internet's been great all morning. So
Yep.
it's a little interesting there, but
Yep.
I'll just continue on. So
Go ahead.
it has that chemical composition of lithium. So it holds that frequency of stabilizing emotions.
Got it.
So why I love lepidolite is that it's, again, that's that balancing, that harmonizing effect. It's really good for taking a step out of a situation, not immersing and over identifying with maybe a fear or a hesitation, because things are going to come up for us, right? we're going to have experiences that are not going to feel so good, and it's not about ignoring them and pushing them away, but if we can just take a step back and have a clearer picture. I love that lepidolite does that. It is helpful for sleep too. And often when we have anxiety and depression, that's one of the first things that's interrupted is our sleep patterns. So,
Yeah.
yeah, Carrie, do you have a question? I feel
Yeah.
like
Is it common to be found? Because I don't know lepidolite. Is it?
it's not as common as, let's say,
Yeah.
like rose quartz and amethyst, but there is an abundance of it, so it can be fairly cost effective. And it's found in a variety of different countries. So
Awesome.
Brazil, Madagascar, they're North America. So
Brilliant.
Excellent. Thank you. Next up, we talked about your experiences in school and self-esteem and confidence and answering questions. You know, a lot of people do have self-esteem, confidence issues. Are there any crystals that you would recommend that might be able to help them with their confidence?
okay, I think I'm back now. Can you repeat the last one? It cut out
Oh,
there.
yeah. Confidence and self-esteem issues. Are there any crystals you can recommend that would help people with those?
Yeah. So my number one choice for that is going to be citrine. Okay.
Mm.
So citrine, the one caution I will give with citrine, it is often, um, you'll find it often. Sorry,
Your light just went, hey?
my, yeah.
Isn't it
Oh, my power
interesting?
just went. Oh, my
Oh,
power just went. So I don't know what's going on.
oh my
Yeah. So,
We
um, my,
apologize. We tend to do that to people.
I'm so
We're
sorry.
sorry.
nothing's on battery. So,
Oh my
um,
goodness. Well, at least we have you still. That's a good
okay.
thing.
Yeah, I guess my laptop's fully charged, but
Yeah.
okay, so I'll quickly say that citrine is one of the most commonly faked stones. So you do have to be cautious that when you're buying citrine, you want to make sure it doesn't have a white base on it, because if it has a white base and it's a very dark yellow and orange from the top and goes lighter at the bottom, it is likely baked amethyst. Okay, so citrine is a little bit harder to come by. It's a little bit higher in the price point. This one looks more like a smoky quartz, and often you'll find that true citrine will look more like smoky quartz, but it's
Mhm.
wonderful for the solar plexus. So really tapping into that self-worth, that self-confidence, gaining courage to move forward in, passions and things that you're wanting to bring forth in your life. So it's really that kind of that gumption energy is how I would align that with.
Wow.
Um, and then I do have another one, but I don't know if you have time for me to
Oh,
talk about
yeah.
another
Yeah.
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Go
Yeah,
Yeah.
ahead.
awesome. So another one would be carnelian. I love carnelian for
Don't know it.
courage and strength. So I have carnelian
Wow.
is also one that comes in such a variety of colors and bands. It is an agate. So it can range from a light orange to a really deep orange. And this stone is my get the job done stone. So if there's something that we're excited about that we want to pursue, but there's hesitation and there's fear and a little bit of doubt in our ability, grab hold of that carnelian. And I'm telling you right now, hold it either in your non-dominant hand or put it in your paw.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Gosh.
Come back, Anita.
Yeah. Where are you, honey?
Please. Oh, no. All right. Well, this is a
Oh,
beautiful. I love the coloring of this, Carrie.
it is.
Oh,
It's gorgeous.
she is
Yeah.
back. There we
And the
go. Yeah.
marbles.
Back.
Yeah. The
I got
marbles. They're
power
so
back.
beautiful.
It's
Yeah.
really you can get such a beautiful variety of carnelian. I have so much, but so
Hmm.
carnelian, strength, a lot of masculine energy. So it's not a passive energy.
Get her done.
Get her done. Yeah.
Yep.
Get her done.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well done.
Carrie, we'll save your last question because it's better as a last question. I'll go on to my second one. Carrie always says honey and money. When we were visiting with you, you said that you kind of resonate a little bit with that. Are there crystals out there that can, help people that are on a business venture, financial issues? Any suggestions on crystals that might help?
Absolutely. So I'm gonna talk about citrine again, because that's gonna be in my top 3 for sure. It's often called the merchant stone. Okay, so this is really good for businesses, leadership skills, right? You've got the confidence and you're able to see that project and that path through. Um, Put it in your cash register, put it in your purse, put it in your piggy bank, put it where money is coming in, because it encourages the continuum of that flow inward. Another favorite one is going to be green aventurine. So I love green aventurine because it is all about, it's more of like that happy, that, oh, I got a really good parking spot. Oh, that person that I've been with just called me out of the blue. It's like that, "Oh, I won $100 on that scratch ticket." It's kind of that lucky prosperity stone. And
Yeah.
it's also good because it aligns with the heart. So it's prosperity and abundance, but it leads back to the heart. So we know that when we lead from the heart, we're always going to see a path for our highest good. So those would be, I mean, there's a variety of more, maybe even tiger's eye I would throw in there too. But if we're going to keep it really simple and short, those would be my top 2, is green aventurine and citrine, for just
Awesome.
keeping going with your finances and encouraging that. Yeah.
Beautiful. So we know that you have a pretty large collection of gems and stones. So, is there any gemstone out there that you would like to add to your collection that you don't have yet, and that you feel that you need to add soon, and why?
Oh, that's a great answer, or question, I mean.
One.
So and I actually do have some of these, but they're hard to come by and it's hard to get good quality. But I would love a really good, nice piece of shungite. Shungite's
Ah,
probably going to be one of my favorite stones to
yeah,
have, the one that Glenn's wearing around his neck. So
yeah.
to me, this one is a staple, but because it is mined so often, and it's very hard to, it's easily faked, unfortunately, and you can get really low grade shungite. That would be one. Another one is apophyllite. So I love, love, love apophyllite. It's got a crystally, shimmery, it looks fake almost. It's so pretty. It looks like it can't be real. Orange and
Ah,
golds and yellows. And it's the healer's gift to healing, is how I
ah,
would, word that simply. Like, if you want to, heal yourself on all levels, mind, body, and spirit. And you want to have that continual nourishment and that continual flow of energy, so you can just keep that vitality going. It just has an abundance of regifting to healers. It nurtures the nurturer. So those
beautiful.
would be maybe my 2 picks. I know you said 1, but
Beautiful.
I did 2.
Oh no, it's good. Yeah, and that's apophyllite. APH?
Apophyllite. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or
Apophyllite.
APO. Yeah,
APOPHYLLITE, I believe.
perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to look that one up. I don't know that one either. What I love about you, Anita, is that you come up with these beautiful gemstones, and I haven't heard of half of them. And I thought I
Yeah.
would, yeah. It's been, oh, I can hardly wait to see anything else that you have to come out with, because yeah, you're a wealth of information. Beautiful.
Tammy, please add this to the list of stones that I want. Please add this one over here, whichever way I point there.
Yeah.
I would. Is this an expensive one, Anita?
Which one's that?
The green adventuring?
No, it's very, very, I won't say low
Reasonable.
cost, but very accessible. You can probably get a tumbled stone, maybe a 2 to 3 inch tumbled stone. You should be able to get for about $10, $8 to $10, and it's real. It's genuine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Wonderful.
Well, if anyone in chat has a quick question for Anita, we're wrapping up here the
I have one
segment
more.
with her.
I have
Yeah,
one
go
more.
ahead, Carrie. Yeah.
can you tell energetically if it's fake or if it's real? Can you actually hold on? Because
Yes.
fake ones still have a vibration, right? It's still a living thing, but can you feel the difference in how?
Absolutely. That's a great question because even, I talked about citrine often being baked amethyst. You're right, it's still amethyst. It's still a mineral that has just been altered. So there is a vibration there. Number one is heat.
Mm,
Most stones, with exception to few, should stay cool in your hand. Often fake stones, there's a lot of like different micas and elements added that as soon as they're held, similar to when you hold glass, they'll warm up quite quickly.
like
So
silica.
if a stone will stay fairly cool in your hand, that's one way to know. There are some exceptions to the rule for that though. Stones that really absorb a lot of energy and don't shed it as easily will also hold that heat. So but that I like that kind of as a general rule. Um, Weight is a common one too. So most genuine minerals, crystals, gemstones will be heavier in weight. Um, e- Exception is jet. Jet is actually a very light stone and it is genuine as well. So you want to look for weight, heat, and then clarity. If the color looks like it's been faded, like if it's a banded agate, let's say, like blue lace agate, a lot of agates are dyed. So most agates are dyed. If it's a really kind of bold pink, bold blue, really bright, but it's fading out into the middle, it's likely it's still an agate, like you said, but it's been altered. So
Right.
for me, it's not that I won't work with any of them, but you have to know that because they've been altered, the frequency, the vibration from them is just not as
Yeah.
strong, I guess
Yeah.
you could say. Yeah.
Yeah. The properties have been altered, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. Perfect.
Well, I do have one more question too.
Yeah.
Uh, now that I look at the ones that I own right now, Anita, does the shape, because sometimes we see polished, sometimes we see the crystals, sometimes we see different shapes of them. Do you think that has an effect as well?
Absolutely. A bit. You have a Merkaba, so that's the shape of that is called a Merkaba, and you
Yeah.
can get most stones can be shaped into that shape. Pyramids, what I call generators. So I have a fluorite generator here,
Mm.
which is absolutely beautiful. Fluorite's one of my favorites too. Yeah,
Carrie, where's
you
your
have
generator?
a
Look, we got two
yeah,
generators.
we got generators. This really focuses the energy. It draws it up and focuses it. So really good for specific intention setting or gridding, different things like that. Um, Round is really good for like the spheres and the balls are really good for containing energy and keeping it moving within. That looks like a moonstone. Could be a tourmalated quartz. I believe that's a moonstone though. Yeah. I think I'm frozen.
Okay, so
Frozen
shape
again.
does. I think Anita is frozen up a bit again there.
Yeah.
There we go. She'll be back. She'll be back in 3, 2, 1. There she
There
is.
she is.
My goodness, I promise it was working for hours before. What the heck?
It
Yeah.
happens. It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was probably
Okay.
me throwing some energy there because we have a short in the wire on my mic, and the cat's been coming in and out underneath the table here and going right into the wires. And I'm like, no. And as soon as I went, no, don't go to the thing, all of a sudden you freeze up. So
Yeah.
sorry about that. I think it's
One,
throwing energy. Yeah.
we'll throw one comment here at the end here from Pamela. Some put quartz crystals in the oven to become more clear. Have you heard of that?
So I actually haven't heard of that to become more clear. I've heard of them to change the color. So that's how you would make an amethyst look like a citrine, is you would bake it.
Wow.
So
Mm.
heat treated, a lot of agates, a lot of quartzes primarily, and some agates, you can heat treat them and it'll change the color entirely. So I have actually heard it about making it clearer though, that I mean it kind of makes sense if you think it would draw out the inclusions. So if you're working with, let's say, quartz, a lot of quartz have really nice deep inclusions. I don't have an example here. I could see it bringing that out for sure.
It is a full moon tonight,
Yeah.
or last night. It is a full moon, folks, and there are some people that say you want to. Anita addressed it last time she was on about her opinions about that, but some people say put them out in the full moon to recharge them.
Absolutely.
I think your mom does that, doesn't she, Glenn?
And Tammy does as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never done that. No. Does it actually work? I would think it
Yeah.
would, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it absolutely can. You know what I always say? Experiment. So smoky quartz is a really good one to experiment because it absorbs a lot of energy. So it'll go darker the more it's used. Put it in a full moon, take a picture before, and
Wow.
see how clear it comes out after. And that's how you can tell if the energy is actually cleared, because you can visually see it.
Love
Right?
it.
That's one way to
Love
tell.
it.
And I still do it on occasion. I guess I do it maybe not for with the intention of feeling like it's needed, more of a coming back to the crystals. And the energy is present 3 days before leading up to a full moon, and then it slowly dissipates 3 days after. So you have in essence really like a 7-day window that you can clear your crystals in the moon. Yeah.
Wow. Well, learning so much here. My goodness.
Well, it is appropriate having Anita on for the second time, doing the Hello, My Name Is, and under a full moon, that Carrie, I think it's time you make a little bit of an announcement.
Well, I think we should do it together, actually, all three of us. So
Okay.
we were, high five, everyone. We're coming together as a team. So Glenn and I have decided to expand our Mystic Compass and bring in beautiful souls like Anita to share courses, to share classes, and to share with our community, because we had such a positive response with you, Anita. The views were off the charts. We really were starting to get much higher views. Yay. And so we've invited you. Oh, it makes me choke up because I'm so damn excited, right? Yeah, you're coming on to the team. Yay.
I'm so grateful that you guys asked me. Thank you so much. I've been excited ever since we had our meeting and celebrated with our cake.
I know we had cake. It was sweet. Yeah. So you have a lot of things going on right now. You're looking at new property. You're kind of camping out right now because you're in between homes, right? And so, you should see the property that she's looking at. Oh my goodness me. Yeah. So you'll be doing workshops, both live and online. You're going to be doing classes. What else are you thinking? Like, what kind of things are you thinking of offering to our community?
Absolutely. I just, crystal classes, watch for a bunch of really fun, educative crystal classes. I'm going to be introducing my jewelry at some point.
Yeah.
I would love to, maybe explore a little and chat about Reiki a little bit down the road. I mean, really, it's
endless, isn't it? Because you're a Reiki master too, right? You're a Reiki master. Yeah. And you taught Tammy. She's now a Reiki master. Yeah. So she's gone through all of your training, and it was quite a while, wasn't it? It was the training. It was quite extensive. So so you'll be offering all kinds of things like that. So we're so excited to have you come onto the team. So thank you, Anita.
Yes. Thank you, Anita. Like Carrie said, so excited when we talked about it. It was like a no-brainer. Yeah, we've got to ask her. Please accept, Anita. Please come on. And if you have any questions in the meantime, you can go check out Anita Jensen at serendipitywellness.org. That is her website. It's going to be a while, like Carrie said. Anita's got a lot going on right now, but eventually you'll be seeing a lot more of her and courses and a lot of very fun educational things that she has in the works.
Yeah, the next 2 weeks is pretty busy for both of us. I'm going back to Europe at the end of this month, and you are maybe moving in, or you're doing all kinds of stuff with your new place as well. So it will be a little while, but you stay in touch with us, and Anita will have her classes out and courses, and as will we. Okay. So much love, Anita. I think you froze up again, didn't you? Yeah. Anyways,
There we
very
go.
much over you.
All right, chat. Let's give a big thank you, round of applause to Anita Jensen for coming on. Wonderful person, wonderful smile, personality, and so much knowledge about things that Carrie and I we could ask questions all day about these things. So thank you, Anita, for coming on, and
Thank you.
welcome to the team.
Thank you.
Welcome to the team. Yay.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon, honey.
See you soon.
Bye, hon.
Well, that was exciting. Oh, and under a full moon, that's just so appropriate with Crystal Talks.
And
now I'm going to buy more crystals. That's the only problem, Carrie. We invite people on and I just want to buy their products.
Isn't that the truth? Yeah, I know. And
it's
I think
when
it's
Tammy goes to a... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think it's also appropriate with the full moon that we're announcing that we're teaming up together as well. It's very auspicious. It's beautiful. Yeah.
No, when Tammy goes to a trade fair and sets up her tables, she always comes home with, a lot of stuff from other vendors. It's like, I thought you were going to sell things.
Not buy things. Actually, we were really good. We did a couple of trade fairs, didn't we? And we were very, very good. I think I got a few things, and she was good. She worked hard. So
yes, yeah.
I'll defend her on that one.
I'm teasing. I want her to buy me some of these crystals that we talked about. I love them. All right. Well, are you ready to move on to the next segment?
Let's go.
One of the common themes that we've been exploring over the last few weeks is things that we notice in the clouds. Kind of enjoy those conversations. And we have noticed some more things based off pictures that Tammy has found or chat you guys have sent in. I think Kaylee has sent in one of the photos that we're going to look at. But look at this one, Carrie. This was that same storm, but a different location in Saskatchewan from the end of June. Look at this formation.
Is this the one that's still in the evergreen?
It's a little bit more southeast, more central Saskatchewan rather than north.
So what's that look like to you guys? It looks like angelic wings to me.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Wings over the land and clearing it up. Wow.
And notice the building.
White again.
But a church.
It's a church, of course.
Cemetery.
Oh my goodness me. Wow.
Like seriously, we could not Photoshop this any more spiritual. Like it is an amazing photo.
And the pine trees, pine needle tea is one of the remedies for what happened in 2020. And that's why they started taking down all the pine trees in the main roads. They started chopping them all down because they didn't want people having access to pine needles. So, So pine needles, there it is. It's all right there. It's beautiful.
Melissa's coming in late. Much love, Carrie and Glenn. Going to watch from the start as soon as... Oh, thank you. That means so much when people say things like that because... they want to catch all of our content, not just watch a few minutes. So thank you, Melissa. Thank you to Cheryl watching us both on Twitch and on YouTube again. Pamela's probably doing the same thing. So thank you guys so much. Like every view means so much to us. You really don't.
That's up.
I don't think they understand how important it is to us. So thank you. Another one.
Oh, look at that one. Where was that one from?
I'm not sure. I don't think Tammy gave me a location, but I believe it was yesterday. Maybe.
Yeah. Wow.
It was recent.
Yeah.
If Tammy has the location, she can send it to my phone here and I will let you know. But wow. Now, do you see this one as darker energy?
It's both. It's like a battle. I would say that is a true battle. It's like stirring it all up and then bringing it up because you can see the light in the distance, you can see the light around it, and also the light within the clouds. So all the heavy stuff is up above. That heavy stuff up above, you can see like a buzzard to me in the top part. And I think it's all lifting it up. Might even be the beginning of a phoenix in there energetically. Yeah. So,
and so many other faces and symbols as well, that if we could study this for an hour and find new things.
Easily. Yeah. And to the left, it's a face looking down again. So these often, you'll see faces blowing or looking down at earth, and it's like they're clearing it, because right underneath it on the left is this beautiful clearing. It's the bit of pinks and blues in there. So that energy that is facing down, it's literally lifting all of that stuff up. I think we have a huge cleansing going on right now. It's an angelic star seed cleansing. We have so many beings from other planes, other galaxies, dimensions that are with us here and now. And our prayers are really strong, and they're coming in and helping. So this is another example, I believe.
This was from Orkney, Alberta yesterday. Well, that's when the picture was I guess yesterday. Posted. But yeah, so this is a very recent picture from Alberta. And I'm wondering, there's a lot of talk, Carrie, in the news about Alberta and Saskatchewan becoming their own countries.
Yeah.
And look at all these cleansings, these clouds, these storms in Alberta and Saskatchewan. So could that be part of what's going on?
Of course. Yeah. It's all energy. So if we're putting out the thoughts, because thoughts are everything, right? So if we're putting out the thoughts that we want to be clear and cleansed from the rest of Canada and all the crap that they've been ball and chaining us to, this is the result, right? This is the cleansing, the clearing, and Spirit hears us, hears our prayers.
As a teacher, we've got a test for the chat with the next picture, because chat, Carrie and I immediately saw something completely different in this next picture, and we want you to post in the chat what you see. We're curious. What comes to mind first? So we're going to show you a couple different angles of it, or different rotations. There's one. This was sent in. Yeah, Kaylee sent in. Mm-hmm. There's one, and then there it is flipped. So we're going to leave it up for a minute here. And for those of you that have the ability to type in chat right now, what do you see? What comes to mind, first of all, when you look into the clouds? From Saskatchewan, Kaylee, I don't know if she took it or if she got it from somewhere, but
she did. No, she was driving down the road and she stopped. She was like, oh my God. So I'll give you a little bit of what she told me. She said, it was a heart in the sky. And when you turn it sideways, you can definitely see the heart, right? And so that was what she first saw. And it doesn't surprise me, because she's so filled with love and joy. And, after doing that weekend workshop, she's the one that showed us the before and after pictures, and she's just like beaming. Well, this is what she saw in the sky. And it doesn't surprise me. She sees a heart there, right?
So Valerie sees a hand. AK sees a face, an angelic face.
Me too.
Miss Fiji sees a heart as well. Mm-hmm. Melissa sees an eagle or hawk. Sarah sees a heart.
Lovely.
Hey, green eyes in the house. I've noticed the cumulus clouds are back to normal and more frequent compared to the last few years. A little less spraying, possibly.
Possibly.
A male face, an angelic male face.
That's what I see.
Tammy sees a transformer type of face. Saw a face blowing clouds downward from Melissa. Sarah, thumbs up and a
hearts.
Okay.
Hearts.
Yeah, and another heart from Valerie. Okay, well,
beautiful.
No one saw what I saw. Well, maybe just in a different way, but so let's give you the answer key here. Students like the answer key. There it is again. What a picture. And boy, oh man, did this one jump out to me. So clear.
So what did you see? For God's sakes, share us. What did you see?
Well, your picture's up first. So what do you see?
Yeah, I saw a face and he was blowing a cloud out. I don't know who said it, but that's exactly what I saw. It's a male face looking down, and he's blowing a cloud outward. So he's clearing the land. Again, it's more clearing up into the hair, right? The hair was lifting up, straight up. And in the hair, in this one, you can't see the face as much, but I kind of put the two eyes, a bit of a nose, and the mouth in the hair. But in the other ones, you can see face in the clouds more. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So again, it's very similar to the one that we did 2 weeks ago, I believe, in the Evergreen, Saskatchewan community of Evergreen, because it was the same kind of idea, that it was a beautiful angelic being, and up through the hair, up through the clouds, were all these demonic looking faces. And you can actually see now, I can see another face in that cloud. It's a one-eyed being. It has a right eye, a nose, and the mouth has a beard in it. Yeah. So that's going up into the sky. But the one that's looking down, if you go back and forth from the drawing that I did to the actual, see, you can see the face now looking downward. And the eye is much more predominant. Eye's in a different place than what I drew. There we go. It's kind of like a white eye. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can see it now. I couldn't see it when you were explaining it, but once you've drawn it in.
Yeah. And you see the bottom lip is really lit up in the actual one, not this one, but the other one. See the bottom lip, where he's blowing out. Yeah, that's the bottom lip, and it's really predominant. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, chat, thank you. There are a couple people in chat that did see what I saw. Cheryl said, I see a cat. Green eyes. I see a cat. So thank goodness that
you're not the only one.
Confirmation, because I do see my outline's a little different. Carrie, you know I wasn't a good artist in school. Carrie.
Oh my goodness, what is that thing?
It's a cat, Carrie.
It has ears that are separated. Where's the eye?
Those are the wings. It's a cat with wings, Carrie.
Okay.
My mom would put this on the fridge underneath a magnet.
She would too, for, grade 2.
Look it. Hey.
Okay, let me see the cat. I see the cat. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I see the cat. And it's cute. It's got little eyes. It looks like it's newborn because the eyes look closed. And a cute little nose, little tiny mouth. And yes, it has wings. I see it fully now. I couldn't see it at all when you were talking. But yeah.
So my picture really helped you see it then.
Sucks. Yeah, your picture sucks. I gotta tell you. But it did help me. Thank you. I see where it is now. A cat with wings. And Anita's killing herself laughing. Oh my God, that's funny. Not quite what I seen. Yeah.
You guys, I thought this was supposed to be an inspirational, positive message channel.
Yeah, funny. It's funny.
Okay. But yeah, it was really clear to me. It was obvious. It was like, oh, bam, boom, cat with wings.
I have another photo I haven't sent on to you, but my girlfriend Cher, who you guys came and joined me for dinner with, right? With her and her husband, France. So she sent me a picture probably 10 years ago, 15 years ago, maybe. And her girlfriend took it in the backyard. She was taking pictures of her gardening, and she saw it in the sky and quickly took a picture, and it literally moved out of place within seconds. But I'll show it next week for you guys. It'll blow your mind. It is so it's obvious what it is. So you got to come back next week. You'll see it.
Okay. Our last segment, Carrie, something that we've kind of promoted for a few weeks and just kind of, we never had enough time. We always were talking about other things.
Yeah.
My mother from British Columbia was a little bit annoyed at me in a fun way that we didn't get to Sylvia Browne. And she didn't like the curl, so no curl today. But those of you that have followed mystical people, psychics over the years. You may have heard of Sylvia Browne. If you have, maybe give some of your impressions in chat about Sylvia Browne. What do you remember about Sylvia Browne? Because we want to do kind of a little decode, not completely in depth, but a discussion about Sylvia. Carrie, why don't you give us some of your impressions?
The first card that comes up is cocooning. So she had quite a life, actually. Sylvia Browne. I can't even talk. I'm hesitant in saying what I think about Sylvia because yesterday, three times I saw people making judgments on others, and I kept hearing spirit saying, "Where's your proof? Where's your proof?" Yeah, disappointed in her, sad. Yeah, she had a hell of a life, I must say. She kept picking guys named Joe, and she had, I think, 3 relationships, if not 2, I think, were married to Joes, and then she broke that pattern and went on. You know, you can't judge people, can you? Because you don't know unless you've walked in their shoes. And I did see her live. When I watched her live, I was reading, the people that were coming up, and we were getting different stuff, and she was saying some stuff that I was like, "Oh, you cannot say that shit." You can't tell them, like, the one reading I did, oh gosh, 4 weeks ago about whether a dog was going to come back, and I saw it wasn't. So sorry to say. And I have been haunted by that ever since, because it was like, we've jumped timelines twice since. Well, at least once since, definitely, and so things can change. You cannot say that someone is gone because you just don't know. Things can change, right? We've often heard of people that have died and then are alive in the morgue, or they've supposedly died and show up 10 years later. So energetically, I'm babbling at this point, but I'm just very reluctant to say what I truly feel, because who am I to judge, right? I haven't walked in her shoes. So I think she's compassionate, definitely. But did she get her information from something else? It just seemed, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyways, we can talk about that.
Yeah. So we did watch a video last night. I'm going to put the video link in the chat for those that kind of want to see what we saw in the video on YouTube, where it's kind of a biography, and it really goes deep into her early years, right from the time she was born, her relationship with her maternal grandmother, who was psychic. And Carrie and I both believe she went through a lot of trauma early in her life. We don't want to get into specifics. You can watch the video. You'll probably pick up the same impressions, but there was a lot about her early life and issues that she had, some things that we think might have taken place. She didn't have a great relationship with her mother, apparently a very strong connection with her father, younger sister. And right from a young age, Carrie, wasn't she able to predict a lot of things? And
Yeah.
she was correct on a bunch of things at a very young age, like 3, 4, 5 years old.
Yeah. She
Similar
was
to
able
you.
to, there were so many similarities. I kept saying, can you stop that for a second? Oh my God, my kids had the same experience, or I had the same experience, because it's generational often, as all of you know, right? So she was able to, like, as a toddler, she would be able to tell who was at the door before there was even a knock there. She would say to her mom, so-and-so's at the door. And then there would be a knock, and couldn't see outside, and that person would be there. And I said, we had the same experience in our family, both of my girls. Yeah, they were able to do that. So, it's generational. Now, her mother was not psychic, no gifts, apparently, shut down. Probably because she was brought up with an extremely gifted psychic mother herself, who is the maternal grandmother of Sylvia Browne. And you just have to look at the grandmother's eyes, and you can see gifted. She saw stuff, but the mother not so much. And the mother was very distant with the little one, Sylvia Browne. So anyway, she grew up. She wrote a book, right? Am I jumping too far ahead for you there, Glenn?
Yeah, well, let's talk a little bit more about the earlier life. I've got a couple still images here from the video. She grew up with a spirit guide. She often, talked about her spirit guide, Francis, I believe. Yeah, Francine, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
That was with her most of her life. Her young adult life, Francine kind of wasn't there as much. She wasn't tapping into that as much. But she did have this strong connection with her grandmother, and when her grandmother passed away, it obviously crushed her. And Francine was always with her as the spirit guide. And do you remember? I don't quite remember the story behind Francine. Do you remember that?
Francine was alive in 1500s, I believe it was, and she was killed. And then after her death, she came to be Sylvia's spirit guide. And so that's what we talked about as well, is spirit guides are not always angels. They often are people that you have known through previous lifetimes, because I believe Sylvia and Francine had a previous life at that time in the 1500s. And so wasn't it something to the effect that Sylvia helped her in the 1500s, so therefore Francine came forward and helped her in this lifetime, and was her guide, was her mentor as such, spiritual mentor.
I believe, and she says when she was young, lying in bed with a flashlight, when she first came in contact with Francine, who she believes might have been from South America, Brazil, kind of that area there.
Right.
And,
so she was saying, Sylvia Browne was saying, well, she didn't say it in this video. It was a narrator that was very robotic sounding. I thought she was possibly a robot, because her language would sometimes do something like that, and the pronunciation, right? It was a little robotic. Anyways, what they were saying about Francine was what? I can't remember. I went off on that tangent, didn't I?
Yeah, just that she, again, from South America, she said that, growing up, she could put this.
I remember.
Okay.
Yeah, that Sylvia Browne would have like streams of people walking through her bedroom at night. And that's why she had a flashlight on. When she'd have the flashlight on, she couldn't see them. They'd disappear. So that was the grandmother's, remedy, is keep a flashlight on, keep a nightlight on. So if you have kids at home and they insist on a nightlight, you might have a conversation with them. Why do you need that nightlight? And if they say, I'm scared, what is it you're scared of, honey? Are you seeing things? Do you see anything? You don't want to put anything in their mind that, are you seeing people? Are you seeing dead people walk through? You don't want to say that, but you do want to ask them gently and lovingly in a safe environment. What is it that you're seeing that scares you? And if it is something, get your smudge out, cleanse the house, or bring someone in like myself that can cleanse the house. Okay. Energetically.
And yes, as Carrie said, she would see people walking by, but it was almost like a whisper that she couldn't ignore. But with Francine, it was something completely different. So she had that stronger connection. And again, as Carrie and I mentioned, we believe there was probably something in her childhood. We looked at, some of the pictures that were shown of, let's see if I can find one quickly here.
There.
Of her mother and father and sister. And again, we don't want to go into detail because, YouTube and Facebook and things like that. But
there was something there. Yeah, you can see.
You can see in the picture. If you take a close look, this is Sylvia right here. If you take a close look, you probably can pick
Sylvia's
up
on the left. Yeah, Sylvia's on the left. Her younger sister is in the arms of the mother. Mother really protected the youngest one, not so much with Sylvia. So.
And then she grew up and then went on, and Carrie said was involved with some Joes and got married a couple times and didn't really have great relationships. Apparently one of her husbands was very abusive to her and her children.
Well, that's debatable. Yeah, you know, because she was a fiery woman herself. So I think that it was kind of mutual. What she did say, though, was that she started questioning her own mental abilities, because she really started to question if she was insane. She had taken a degree in psychology, abnormal psychology, and in that nuts, because I see things and I hear voices, right? So am I schizophrenic, is what she was thinking. And that led her on a whole nother path. She ended up meeting a tutor, uh, uh, professor at the university, and he realized she was assessed, and all the psychologists came back and said, no, you're fine. You do have extraordinary abilities, though, supernatural abilities. And so she ended up meeting a professor, and the professor, he was one of the first to die of AIDS. He went off to Australia or New Zealand, and he came back in a casket, dead from AIDS. And so he was her greatest supporter in coming out of the spiritual closet. And yeah,
It
so
was the first reading that she did. It was
yeah,
because of him and her class that she started to do readings.
that's right. Yeah, yeah. So big supporter of hers. And I think that she genuinely does have some gifts. But you know, when you get to like the level of Montel Williams, you're on pressure. You've got to come up with stuff. You've got to, do some big readings. You got to find the tornadoes and we know about a lot of these guys that are in media and in Hollywood and stuff, and their connections um, and the predictive programming, right? So yeah, there's some stuff there that I would question, right? Especially she definitely predicted in her book. Now I'm really getting ahead of you, aren't I?
No, you can go ahead. Let's get on to the book. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's try
she
and find a picture.
predicted in the book right there. Yeah, that 2020 she predicted, this V that would come in, and yeah, it's right there. Yeah. So it was an illness that would spread throughout the globe, attacking the lungs, bronchial, tubes, etc. So she did that. And then prior to that, if you look at the top of the page, the flesh eating stuff, and just, and it had the dates. So, I mean, I've done stuff like this, and you can't deny it. At the same time, you kind of question the people that she was hanging out with, because she did go bankrupt. And right after the bankruptcy, all of a sudden the career took off. And yeah, I went bankrupt. My career didn't take off. I got banned.
Deep dive. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, do a deep dive on the person that she did a lot of shows with here that you see on the screen, and
Mm-hmm.
do the math, and going from bankruptcy all of a sudden to becoming notorious as one of the world's best psychics and mediums. And didn't she work with the police, and she was on a TV show, another TV show about solving things, wasn't she? Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah.
Which was a big TV show.
Yeah, no, she was big. But again, I went and saw her live, and I was thinking, I don't see that at all. God, am I losing it? Like, because at that time, this would be in the late 1990s, I saw her live, and I was only a couple of rows away from her. So I could connect. There was not much interference between she and I. And I was observing and thinking, I'm not getting anything what she is. And at that time, she was kind of the guru. She was the one that everyone talked about. And so then she started to get panned a lot in the media, because it turned out that she was telling people that, like in this case, you just went past it. There was a young couple there that, if you go back just a little bit, I think you'll see the couple there. And she told this couple that their son had died, and she described the assailant, and that he was underground, and he had dreadlocks and blah, blah, blah. He was of color, but not black. Went into great detail. And so they left there being devastated. Well, 2 years later, I believe it was, the young boy was found, and he was still alive. And so it wasn't a guy with dreadlocks. It was, yeah, it was totally off. But then she had another one, same kind of thing. Young girl that had gone missing. There we go, kidnapped in Texas. She was walking down the road. Guy picked her up in a car. She went missing. And again, Sylvia said that she was gone. And 10 years later, she escaped from the house that she was a prisoner in, and she got free, and lo and behold, there she was. So Sylvia went through a lot there. Can you imagine the parents being told that their little one has been killed, and then they show up, right? Yeah. So that's the commentator, the host of the video that we watched. Yeah. And, Sylvia had a real light. I think can we go back to that? Sylvia had a real light. Look at her light when she was younger. Even there, she was starting to transition there, into a different kind of light. But when she was younger, she had a real spark about her. And I truly believe, oh my God, is her necklace the same kind of necklace? Can you move that out of the way?
Oh, geez. Very similar. Yes. Holy smokes. The similarities keep going. We were watching this last night, and Carrie was like, I can identify. I identify, like, so many similarities.
Yeah, but we've gone totally different paths, because I think that she made a decision somewhere along the way to really become famous in a fast way, right? And I know that we're going to grow our community and be, in front of 1 million people and doing our oming and visualization and stuff. But we're doing it baby steps along the way with your help. We're not going the fast track, and you know what that route is. So that's what I think had happened, because when I look at, Sylvia, and actually you showed Long Island Medium there as well. I watched her live, and she was fishing. She was looking for clues in the audience, and we call it fishing. You can see it, right? So God bless Sylvia Browne and Long Island Medium and all those ladies. I think that's the one. She glowed there. She had a light about her, but I think that somewhere along the way, something happened, because she shifted. She wasn't the same,
And passed away, I believe, in the 2000, I guess there it is right there. Yeah. Passing away. I don't think it says a date on there, but in the early 2000s, I think, is when she might have passed away. 2008, 2009, maybe.
Yeah. And, the media really pander, saying, oh, she got it wrong. She said that she died at 88 and she died at 77. It's still double digits. We're close. We're not always bang on, right? You can see some things, but maybe she was told that's when she's going to be partying, right? So, and they cut her out early. Who knows? So, oh my gosh, fishing comes to me with some psychics. Oh, no kidding. I shouldn't swear, but you can see, because they'll be like, so is your, is that a pendant from your grandmother? And most people, when they're wearing a pendant, it's from mom, dad, or grandparents, right? Especially a locket, like a locket that you would open up. Almost always that's from a grandparent, because that's what grandparents give. It's their old lockets, and it's handed down. They were big when we were younger. Yeah. So
there you go. Yeah. Again, as always, your opinion is a very important opinion as well. And
let me go back here to Mother Teresa, because this is what came up this morning or yesterday, and I chatted with you guys about that, because there was a picture of Mother Teresa, and I don't know if I still have it or not. I don't think I screenshotted it. Anyways, it was a picture of her standing beside Fauci, and they were saying, oh, Mother Teresa, she's, Fauci's mother or father, or, she was working for, who, and selling, what, right? And we got to be so careful. This is why we're coming to Twitch, so we can actually talk without sign language. Right. So anyways, I remember Mother Teresa growing up, and there it is. You are brilliant, Glenn. Look at that. You're so fast on the ball. So anyways, if we look at that image, they're all saying, well, they have the same facial features, blah blah blah. And the stuff that was being put on the net was so vile about Mother Teresa. And I heard spirits say, where's the proof? People are saying these things because they heard it somewhere else. They heard it and it sounds like, oh yeah, and her too, right? She's part of all of this too. And she was selling those things, right? Those beautiful beings. And where's the proof? And then they'd say, oh, she was with the Catholic Church. Well, she actually separated from the Catholic Church early on because she was doing something that they didn't want to support. So she was quite a renegade at that time, from what I remember. I don't know. She might have been. Who knows? But when I muscle test, I don't get that. And when I look at this, I think if you have a person that is being angelic all their life, doing the right thing all their life, they'll send people in from that organization that we know Fauci's with, right? And they'll come in for a photo op to boost their reputation, to get their reputation going. How many times have we seen with Trump, right? How many times have we seen some of the most vile standing beside him? And immediately everyone goes, oh, there's an association. There's something. Muscle test, for gosh sakes, muscle test. Because yeah, she might be a man, she might be a woman. I don't know. If you don't wear makeup and you have no moisturizing cream and you simply carry the weight of the world on your shoulders your entire life. I'm looking at her shoulders. She's not a man. You have to be able to put a full head across both shoulders, right? To be a man. It's a biological fact. On the left-hand side of her, looking at the left-hand side, which would be her right, there seems to be enough room. But on the right, there's not enough. Can you take a look at that picture again? Yeah. Yeah. Like Glenn, we can put 3 heads across. Me, it's 1.5, right? Because my shoulder is right here. That's where it begins. I'm not talking out here. We're talking where the shoulder begins. So you look at her right side. You cannot put a full head across that shoulder. That is a female. So for all of you friggin' guys that are going, and women that are going, oh, she's a man, I have to say, stop it. Stop spreading the crap, right? Muscle test. Before you speak anything, muscle test. And I think he's just an opportunist that came in and wanted to have, he was smart. He knew how to, be out there in the public and get as much credibility as possible. And I think this is just another ploy. Because when I muscle test, I'll ask, was Mother Teresa related? Like, we're all related. We have to be careful with these questions because we're all related. Okay, was she the mother of Fauci? Yes or no? No. Was she the father of Fauci? Yes or no? No. That's a definite, absolute no. Was she selling these beautiful beings for them to be KI, for them to do stuff to them? Yes or no? Absolutely not. So all the people that have said things out there, I'm going to ask you, before you say anything, ask, where's the proof? You hear it from other people, and yeah, sure, they look a little bit like they have similar noses, not quite the same, similar noses, but are they actually related? Yes or no? Well, we're all related. Okay, so are they related outside? Are they like cousins or aunt or uncle? Yes or no? There is a bit of blood. There is a bit of a blood connection there. Is it like one removed? So an aunt and a nephew? Yes or no? Yeah, that actually feels, it could be. But was she doing stuff with the yes or no? No, I don't get it. So maybe I'm way off, but my muscle testing is pretty damn good. And see, he didn't like her. The Catholic Church didn't like her until she became famous. And she did so much good on the planet that they had to then bring her back in. They had to then say, look at her, because she was winning the Nobel Peace Prize. You know, and you can't have someone that's excommunicated from the church winning a Nobel Peace Prize. They got to bring her back in. That's what I remember, right? She helped those that no one else would. It's like us with the puppies, you know, the 3 dogs.
Yeah.
Anyways, just ask yourself, where's the proof? Question everything. Everything. Trump, Mother Teresa, all of it. Because I'll tell you what, if you have a saintly human being, if you have a human being that has been saintly all their life, and many aspire to be, wouldn't it be great to get humanity to question, you know, what is right, what is wrong, and is there anyone that actually is good in humanity? By discrediting, by putting out rumors, by putting out, you know, the feed, because we know the narrative can go pretty damn fast, and then we pick it up and we spread it, right? So, yeah. So
Cheryl says the one thing I'm not sure about that I've heard, that she just let people pass away that could have been helped.
Never. No. Okay, so let's question that muscle test. All of you guys muscle test, put it in the chat, right? You learned on the weekend how to muscle test, so use this skill. Yeah. The one thing that you're not sure about. Okay, that did Mother Teresa just let people die that could have been helped? Yes or no? No. That's a definite. I wasn't even finished. Yeah, I muscle tested and got a yes for the little ones that she was selling them. Okay. Yesterday, it depends on how you ask the question, because she was actually, so I got that initially a yes, that she was, you know, I don't want to say selling, but it was adopting out. You know, adoption, they have to pay papers, they have to pay all kinds of stuff. So kids were being adopted out, but were they being adopted out to be used for adren stuff, right? That's a big difference. So yes, she may have been selling children through adoption, because she was trying to find homes for people, right? These were homeless kids. These were homeless adults. And so that was part of what they were doing. Yeah, we must have discernment. Exactly, Sarah. And we have to really be careful the questions that we ask. So like I said, are they related? Well, wait a minute, we're all related. So that's not a yes to adoption. Very good. Yeah.
I think that's really important, Carrie, because a lot of times the questions are very general. And so you may get a yes, and it is correct, because the generality does give a yes answer. So maybe Melissa, try muscle testing again with that specific.
Yeah, she did.
Was the selling of children due to adoption, and see how that one turns out for you. Because Valerie says yes to adoption, but no to the other thing. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So ask really specific questions and break it down, down. Okay, so, you know, yes, if she was selling babies, for what purpose? And was it malevolent, or was it benevolent? Was it for the best and highest good of these babies? Yes or no? Absolutely. You know, was she caring for these children? Yes or no? Absolutely. Well, not only her, I got it like a 70%, because she wasn't the one doing it all the time. She had a team. So was her team actually caring for these babies? Yes or no? Yeah. Was anyone on her team selling any of these babies for not good things? Yes or no? 50% on that. They weren't necessarily on her team, but I think, you know, kids would go missing. So things happened, but under her watch, I really think that she was good. And that's my muscle testing. It tells me that. So
what about if you ask Carrie, because you brought another great point. There were people that she mentored, people under her tutelage that might have been part of the evil component of it. So she gets responsibility for that.
totally.
Was she aware? Was she aware of babies or children being sold for nefarious reasons?
Oh yeah. Again, 70%, 80% on that. And I saw that it drove her nuts. That's one reason why she aged so badly, was the stress, was the fight to protect the kids. Yeah.
Mm.
And probably, we know how they threaten. We know what they do, right? So yeah.
So
Yeah.
Melissa says tested for adoption, yes, but also for the other thing, yes as well.
Yeah.
But again, if she was aware of it, maybe
Yeah.
that can lead to a yes response too. If
Yeah.
she knows about it, doesn't
Yeah.
mean she condoned it, but she knew about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
It's yeah.
It's like you have to choose your battles. If you're in this, like, okay, good example. Many of you know that I fought tooth and nail to help the children in Canada to be protected from those guys. And I brought in 14 laws, right? But I had to sit in front of ministers, like specifically one that I knew was very much involved with trafficking children. And this is early on. We had some really good justice ministers like Vic Taves. Oh my God, rock solid. But we had some liberal guys, evil. And I had to sit across from them, and I had to negotiate, to get, raise the age of consent. They wanted to raise or lower it to the age of 12. I met with Solicitor General, the Justice Minister, the Prime Minister of Canada at the time. Who else? Solicitor General, Justice Minister, Prime Minister, and there was one more. Anyways, they all told me that they were going to lower it to the age of 12, and I could see nothing but evil in all of them. There was a pack, and this is what they were doing. And yeah, I came back and I went on Canada AM and I just blew it. But I never named these people, because I knew if I name these people, either I'm going to be gone or I have to, and I can see that with her, that she had to, if she has a goal, it's making me choke up, because if you have a goal and you know that your life is at risk and you've got to do this because you know that God is putting you on a path and you've got to do these things, right? Yeah, you have to do it. There is no question, right? And so you have to work around these things, and just keep going, and hopefully you be able to do what you're doing. And the big thing is to save as many millions of kids as you possibly can, right? And that's what we did. That's what I did, right? It was a real battle. I had death threats. I had planes going over. I had helicopters chasing me. I had car chases. I had a white van try to run me off the road, and I hit the brakes. He just missed the corner of my car on a 4-lane highway going fast, right? And he went flying. He was so shocked. And then he took the first exit, right? So these are the kinds of things that when you're fighting against this kind of stuff, you have no idea. So to judge, I'm not judging her at all. And my muscle testing is telling me that she was knee deep in a whole lot of stuff that we just don't understand. But I think her heart was good.
All right. So Sarah says, forever thankful, Carrie, for all your hard work you did in protecting the children.
Yeah.
Yes. Can't give enough credit to Carrie for all the work. And I mean, so much that it affected your relationships, affected your, marriage, affected
first
all
marriage,
these
yeah.
other things. Yeah. So a
Yeah.
lot of hard work. Well,
Mhm.
Carrie, we are at the 2-hour mark.
Are we
Again,
really?
exactly.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And
You
you
guys
know
are
what?
amazing.
We'll do one episode either next week or the following week, but coming soon. We will show part of a video that is out there of you in your younger years fighting the good cause. We won't show it today because it's getting late, but we will. We'll give some proof because you mentioned earlier. Where's the proof? Where's the proof? Well, we've got some proof that Carrie was heavily involved in this.
So that's an interesting thing is I've been wiped clean from CTV, CBC, Global, iCity, or City, iCity TV,
ITV.
all of ITV. Yeah, all of them. I tried to get when I was accumulating, roles, right? Some reels for intros and stuff. I wanted to get some of my old interviews. They've gotten rid of all of them. And these are really pivotal interviews. These are where we changed laws, like massive things happened. And they've gotten rid of all of them except one. There was one that survived and I got a hold of it. And it was with CPAC. So
when
we have it downloaded.
Wiping the internet, when you hear about scrubbing the internet,
they scrubbed.
Case in point with Carrie that it was pretty clear that she was scrubbed off of the internet. So
they don't want that history to be alive anymore. They don't want you to know that, what life was like in 1998 and how one woman stood up to the system. They don't want you to know that because, God, if one woman can do all of that, then imagine what the collective can do. And that's really what we're all about. Now we're the collective because we got an army. Okay.
Biz says it's a man looking down. He's behind in the video. he's still in the cloud picture, Carrie. Oh.
He's in the clouds, yay.
He's going to catch up in about 40 minutes, and he's going to hear us talk about him. So Biz is, it's a man. It's a cat. Didn't you see my cat picture?
I did.
The cat picture's coming up. Don't worry, you'll see it.
So I think it's interesting that it's both because the man blowing the air, that is angelic to me. That is like a Archangel Michael kind of image of just blowing and clearing the energy, right? And it's all clear underneath again. It's the same kind of, it's beautiful. There you go. Well, if you go to the other one, now that you've seen this one, you can see it when you go to the one without the drawings there. And I think his face is much more handsome. He's more like, whoa, he's really, the intention is there in that face. You can see it. And then now I can shift and also see the kitty cat with a paw where the smoke is. That's its paw. And one paw is back and one is extended out. Well, no, that just...
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Someone left a comment about that they subscribed, but it wasn't showing. Who was that? That was...
who is that? We got to dance for them. If we got another subscription, this is huge.
We were talking about this yesterday. That YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch all use different names for what they do. And I haven't got anything on Twitch that shows that someone has subscribed today. So maybe they subscribed on YouTube or maybe they followed on Twitch. So nothing has come in. We're still at 14. Cheryl's still showing as the last one from a couple days ago. So if you did subscribe,
either way is good. Yeah, either way is good because if you subscribe on YouTube, we're so close to being monetized. We need 500 more. So we need you to share us on YouTube so that we can get 500 more subscriptions and 500 more hours of watch time. And then we'll be able to be monetized because they've tried everything not to, right? And then here on Twitch, if you subscribe and pay monthly, we actually get paid. Oh my God, what a concept, because we've been here for 5, 6, 7 weeks now for free. And with the intent, it's all about intention. We see this growing big because we need to bring laughter and joy into this world. And so, I wasn't notified. There we go. So subscribe. Just make sure you hit the subscription button in both. And if it's follow here as well, follow on Twitch, follow on Facebook, right?
Whatever buttons you can push, because it's showing purple angel with the YouTube icon. So that might be she's subscribed on YouTube. And remember, a lot of streamers on YouTube have super chats and
All of
stickers
that.
that you can that you pay for, that part of it goes to the content creators. We don't have that on YouTube. We don't have the super
We're not
chats and
allowed yet.
stickers.
Yeah, we need more.
So
Yeah.
the only financial way that you can help us out is on Twitch, because that is where you actually have to pay a little bit, and then some of that comes to us. It's like super chat for YouTube, but it's on Twitch.
Yeah, $6.99 American a month. And if you're really enjoying this, give us $7. It's a little bit more than one coffee. And we sure appreciate it.
$4.99 American, Carrie.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah, American. It's $7.99 Canadian. That goes to show the value of the dollar.
wow.
That's,
Wow. Okay. Well, then
okay.
it's a no-brainer. Come on, guys. Help us out. Yeah.
Yes. And yes, thank you, Melissa.
I'm not
Yes,
too proud.
Melissa did subscribe on Twitch a while back using her Amazon Prime. So thank you, because it doesn't cost you anything if you use your Amazon Prime. Again, maybe Tammy can post the video link one more time on how to do that. Let's end off because, you know, you ended off with a powerful expose about your involvement with children. And there was one question, Miss Fiji asked, Carrie, did any of your children off-world help you in this mission?
Oh, very much. It was actually my spirit guide. If you read my book, did you read my book yet? The 5 Lessons of Life. Towards the end, I talk about meeting a homeless-looking man in a bookstore that was in the airport. And I saw him across the room. I saw him across the room. And I thought, oh no, he's going to hit on me, because I was an actress. I was in MacGyver and 21 Jump Street. It was a pretty little thing, you know, pretty little blonde, 20 some odd, you know, 30. No, I was 29 years old, 28, 29. And I thought, oh no, he's going to hit on me. Oh, here we go. And he's walking towards me. Anyways, he gets really close, and then I hear his voice, and it's angelic. It's this most gorgeous voice, the tone, it was just beautiful. So it turns out that he had died before in Seattle, in his back alley. He was a homeless guy in the back alley in Seattle. And so I thought he had reincarnated, or not reincarnated. He had survived his death like I did, and was back standing in front of me. No, he was actually an angel that was coming to tell me that the book that I was looking at was Embraced by the Light by Betty Eadie. He was saying that book is real. And you know, this whole thing is real. So he was telling me the experience I had was real, because our experiences were very similar. And he came on, his name was Hector. He came on as my main spirit guide. So for instance, when I was going to Ottawa, they would phone and say, you know, we need you to come in, and you're going to be speaking on Bill C-22. And it was raising the age of consent, for instance. And he would whisper in my ear the night before. I thought I was prepared. And the night before, he would say, go to the computer. And at that time, I think it was still dial-up. It was like really tough to get the computer going, and especially with the LD. And so I would look on something, and boom, there would be a study from University of Wisconsin that was so appropriate. It was like, oh my God. So I'd print it out and I'd bring it with me. And I had to rewrite my talk, and then I'd present it to the Justice Committee of Canada as one of the federal government witnesses. And he helped me. He would whisper in my ear all the time. So people would say, how did you do all this if you were learning disabled, if you couldn't read, if you read at a grade 3 or grade 5 level, right? And still I stumble through all of this. I have to get the questions in advance to be able to study them, right? And anyways, they would say that, and I'd say, well, it's all spirit driven and given. I have assistance just like you do, right? And the difference for most of us is that I've learned to trust and listen to that voice with utmost integrity. And so when I hear a voice that is usually male, right beside me, very, very close, I listen to it, because that's spirit, right? For me.
Okay. Well, thank you, Carrie. I just wanted to make sure you were done there. Mm-hmm. Folks, we hope you have a wonderful weekend. We're going to leave off with one of our higher energy, not our songs, but a song that Carrie plays a lot in her workshop. what is it? Jump Up, or what's the title of it? It's
let your light shine on.
Let Your Light Shine On. So please get up and dance. A reminder that we are back on Tuesday at 1 p.m. Mountain for Carrie's readings and some other things that may come up between now and then. Also, if you are a subscriber on Twitch and you want to appear on our show as part of our Hello, My Name Is segment, please reach out to Tammy at admin@carriecohen.com. And you know what? If you feel that you would just love one of my beautiful autographed pictures, you can reach out to me at glenn@carriecohen.com. No, I think that might be it. And you can get, I mean, look how wonderful this would be, on your kitchen wall, just overlooking you. It's angelic. A little autograph. No? Okay. I tried.
That's actually a good idea. And I got to tell you, I've had a lot of compliments on my jewelry. Everyone's been asking, like my earrings that I wore 2 weeks ago, I think, the dangly silver ones. Everyone was like, where did you get those? I collect jewelry over the years, and this is yet another piece. And so thank you again for all the compliments. So you guys are really wonderful. Yeah. Jewelry they hold energy, right? They carry energy. You got to cleanse them.
For a lower price, you can get an autographed photo. Okay. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone.
Much love, everyone. Yeah.
Get up and dance.
Dance, dance, dance.
Let your light shine on.
Bonus coverage. Bonus coverage. Carrie's not here. Bonus coverage. I sold one of my paintings. Autographed. The Abstract Cat. Thanks, Mom. Have a wonderful weekend.